I brought back my switchable lockdown defender build to NBA 2K26, and this is after they reverted the steals patch back. And I glitched it to where you can use 8 cap breakers to get 45 attribute points. I told y'all I got this cap breaker thing down packed. Listen, this is absolutely crazy. And these attribute points ain't on stuff that's useless. Like, these are main core things that you need to be a switchable lockdown. Because of how I did the cap breakers, we have way better stats on the offensive side of the ball. So we can get a bucket, get on that rim, grab rebounds, everything we can do on this build. So hey man, without further ado, hit that like button for me, hit that subscribe button if you rocking with your boy, and let's get into the build. Now I put this build at small forward, 6'9", 234 pounds with a 6'10" wingspan. Now again, I know these cap breakers are going to change this build drastically. So you're gonna see right here, on offense, the way we did the cap breakers for defense allowed us to do a lot more on offense. If you remember my switchable lockdown build from 2K25, we didn't have this much. We didn't have a high drive and dunk. We had some shooting, we had some playmaking, but like I said, it affected us on the other parts of the build. It wasn't as fast, as agile, stuff like that. So now we got an 89 drive and dunk, so we get all of the pro contact dunks. We get a 72 standard dunk, so we still got rise up, so when we get back doors, and like I say, mine is at small forward. You can make this at power forward if you want to too, and it'll work amazing at power forward too, because we know 6'9" can guard those 7-footers, 7'4" when it comes to shooting over them, everything like that after the patch. 87 3-ball. Now we are going to use some cap breakers to do that. We got the 80 mid range, and I'm max sliding the new max slide with the Jordan Poole breakdown. I'm doing that with an 80 mid range on this build. 74 free throw. I am able to shoot free throws with lower. So I got a 70. I think the lowest I got is a 70, and I'm still shooting 90% from the free throw. Now, ball handle speed with ball 80, 70. We didn't go high pass accuracy because I'm at the small forward, so I don't feel like I need to break start as much. 76 is still enough. You get the silver. Matter of fact, let me bring up these badges. You get the silver versatile visionary. Now, this is where this build shines. Perimeter defense isn't as expensive on a 6'9" build as it is on a 6'8" or a 6'7". But what is more expensive is interior defense and block. Interior defense not as much, but block for sure is way more expensive. So, and steal on top of that. So I figured out how to get these cap breakers to give us some crazy results, which we're gonna show y'all when we get to the cap breakers screen. Let me hurry up and get the rest of this. 85 D board, you can go up to Hall of Fame rebound chaser with your max +2, and then you can get max +1, your box out beast to get it on Hall of Fame too if you want to, especially if you play at power forward. I love a rebounding small forward, a rebounding wing, so that's why I wanted to put rebounding on this build even at the small forward position, so I can get effective be an effective rebounder just in case, you know, we got some you know, big 99 rebounding power forward center combinations. Then we got a third rebounder that can come and steal some. I usually get about 4 or 5 rebounds a game on this build. 80 speed, 76 agility. 76 agility help us get that on-ball menace, and then because we got the 87, we get a Hall of Fame off-ball pest, which is amazing, especially when you a power forward. Them bigs can't backdoor you like that at all with that Hall of Fame off-ball pest. 85 strength, that gets us gold and movable. I'm gonna show y'all the build name of what it is before you put the cap breakers on it. It is a 2-way 3-point high-flying cleaner, and after I move myself aside, you'll see Glenn Robinson, LeBron James, the Cavs of LeBron James. So y'all know, like I say, we were playing defense back then, and then we got Cooper Flag too out here. So this could be your Cooper Flag, but you see I got number 32 on, you know what I'm saying? Even though his debut wasn't as good as we wanted to see, he don't need to be the PG though. He don't need to be the PG in my eyes. Now let's get to the cap breaker so y'all can see this insanity. Now if you look right next to me, look at this block. I go from a 54 block to an 84 block. 5 cap breakers, 54 to 84. And listen, this is optimized. This isn't, I didn't, you know, I could take this, you know, my rebounding down or my 3-ball down or my dunk down, and I can get it to go up to whatever the cap breakers is. No, you can't get nothing else out of it. Let me show y'all the cap breaker screen. You cannot get 8 block taking off anything else on here. There's nothing else that you can take off to get 8 block. You can't take off interior defense, you can't take off more steal. None of that will get you 8 blocks. So you're literally not able to upgrade this. If I wanted to get this to 84, I would have to lose my drive and dunk, probably have to lose my 3-ball where it is right there, just to get this to go to 84 without the cap break. And then I will only be able to put a few cap breakers on to get stuff to go up there. But again, because I figured out this cap breaker thing, You got that. On top of that, the steel. We went from a 71 steel to an 80 steel with 2 cap breakers. Now, obviously, if you had a longer wingspan, because you can figure it out with this longer wingspan, now you can get even higher cap breakers if you go this similar type of route. And again, it's switchable, so we definitely need the block. We definitely need the interior defense, which right now, I use 1 cap breaker, that give me the 79, and then 1 more cap breaker when I get this season 11 cap breaker, I'm gonna have an 82. So 82 interior, 87 perimeter, 80 steel, and an 84 block. Like I say, this is a perfect switchable lockdown, and I'm guarding ball at times. Y'all know I run with my crew, but my crew is a lot of people from the community. Like, if you want to join the crew, we be having slots opening up. So if you want to join the crew, join the Discord. I'm gonna try to put it in the description, and I'm gonna put it in the pinned comment. So join the Discord. We be looking for people, even if you're not in the crew, looking for people to run with. I got a bunch of people who we like to run, you know, not run with random. So come there. And anyway, so I run with my crew. So sometimes some players aren't as good as others, and I have to maybe guard ball sometimes. So with this build right here, I'm able to hold it down, guard the ball. I play more high because I know I got all the interior and block in order to guard the rim run, and I'm good from there. Now again, I only went 89 3-pointer because I don't use deep bomber. I know deep bomber is crazy, but I don't really use it like that. The way in my play style, it doesn't really kind of go with it, so I don't use it. But you can still go a 90 3-pointer and then get deep bomber on this build too. So, and I will eventually have that 93 ball in a deep bomber. It's just not a priority for me right now. Now here goes my jump shot. I had to adjust it a little bit after the patch, and I had to speed it up because my jump shot felt real slow. If it's too fast for you, you can still lower it down. But for me, it felt, I work very well with fast jump shots, and it seemed like they slowed the game speed down a little bit. So I had to go max instead of 3/4. Usually I'll be at 3/4 right here, but instead I go max. And then set point Q, I got it set at set point because when I don't get the rhythm shot, sometimes my finger slips off the controller. Sometimes it just doesn't register. Maybe I'm a little too late. Then I still get a green from actually timing it like I'm shooting it with the button. And the Q is when the basketball hits the top of his hand. Like, I like higher release jump shots with more flick of the wrist. So when the basketball hit the top of his hand with the flick of the wrist, then I release that right stick forward. And most of the time it's green. And if I don't get the rhythm shot, then I still get a lot of greens from like I'm using it with buttons. So now for my badges and my max plus 1s and max plus 2s, I have my max plus 2 still locked, so you can't see, but I go on ball menace with my max plus 2 tier 2 badge, and then I go paint patroller on my tier 1 max plus 1 badge. Now I still have my Deadeye. You can rotate, you can go Deadeye plus 2 and then have Hall of Fame Deadeye, Hall of Fame set shot, Hall of Fame shifty, or like I say, you can keep that paint patroller. I like that so I can be able to, you know, make people miss layups and dunks more often with that higher paint patroller, since block seems to work a lot better now than it did before. And then on my takeover surge, I just got high flying denier and as my tier 2, and then posterizer for my tier 1. Since I'm gonna have sharpshooting takeover, I can dang on, now I can get more rim runs in because people be playing me more high, or kick the ball out to get other people open shots. So yeah, man, that's it. And I got some more cap breaker builds. I got a center I already did that got 31 attribute points on it. I got a shooting guard coming up that got the most important, the most expensive steal and perimeter defense cap break like crazy. I got a lot of stuff coming down the pipe, man. On top of, I got to give y'all the updated dribble moves for this build and stuff like that. So anyway, hit that like button again, man. Hit that subscribe button. And like I say, I've been kind of making more defensive oriented builds. So if you want to see my 6'10" lockdown build, listen, that build is amazing. Go crazy too. Check out this video, man.